Is capitalism better than socialism? In the courts of public opinion, you decide. Welcome to the court of public opinion. Here, you are the jury, and you decide. This channel is all about hosting trials about controversial and interesting topics, so that the public can decide the outcome. But before a trial, sometimes a hearing is required to determine the validity of a charge. In this hearing, you will decide if we proceed to trial or not. Use the info button in the upper right hand corner of this video to cast your vote. There is no set time for voting to close on this hearing. But if little interest is shown, we will drop the charge. With that said, let's begin. In the past several years, and arguably throughout the entirety of the 20th century, there has been growing interest in socialism as a means of bettering society. Socialism is all about public ownership of property and the means of production, the exact opposite of capitalism, which is about private ownership. Where socialism has been tried, it has resulted in economic failure and the destruction of privacy and freedom. Therefore, to many, the term itself is a bad word, and to those people, there is no question. Capitalism is the superior system. However, those who continue to support socialism as a valid option state that true socialism has never been tried in the world, and therefore using examples such as a former USSR or North Korea to refute the system is a fallacy. They claim that these forms of socialism that have been tried are really just extreme forms of capitalism. And therefore, when you look at the failures of these nations, one is really just seeing the outcome of capitalism. There are also countries that have somewhat socialist systems in place that work, such as Canada and Denmark. In these countries, socialist programs such as universal healthcare and welfare are pointed to as milestones in helping workers to overcome the oppression of capitalism. On the other hand, the very nature of socialism requires collectivization. To ensure that private property is abolished, for example, property rights must be taken away from individuals. Also, in order to make sure everyone earns an equal amount, there are no personal incentives to work hard, earn promotions, or innovate. And therefore, the only motivation that there is in a truly socialist system is selfless work for the collective. In many ways, this runs contrary to basic human nature. Freedoms are also sacrificed in a socialist system. By definition, when all property is owned by the government, officials must tell you where to live, where to work, and where to go to school. It is not your choice. Also, when industries are collectivized, variety in product and services are diminished, destroying competition and forcing consumers to go with the sanctioned state brand of any item. This is the debate that has raged for years. Those who support capitalism state that their system promotes individual freedoms, worker motivation, and innovation. In contrast, socialists say that capitalism exploits workers, reduces everyone down to profit potential, and keeps society stratified between the rich and the poor. Capitalists retort with the fact that socialism has failed wherever it has been tried, and say that it is socialism that reduces everyone down to faceless numbers. In this case, the prosecution wants to bring the charge, capitalism is better than socialism. Use the info button in the upper right hand corner of the video to cast your vote if this will go to trial or not. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, cast your vote, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of future hearings and if this charge goes to trial. Also, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Thank you for watching, and the jury is dismissed.